Hi, I'm Claire Ridgway of the Anne Boleyn Files and the Tudor Society. I'm talking to you today about the Anne Boleyn Experience 2019, which is a tour that sort of dates back to 2009 when I sat down and I decided, I was being asked by people to design the perfect Anne Boleyn dream trip. So it dates back to then. I decided that I was going to design my own, my dream trip, figuring that if it was my dream trip as an Anne Boleyn lover, that it would match other people's idea of a dream trip. And it's something that I'm now running with Philippa of British History Tours. I mean, Philippa is just a whiz at organising things. She's amazing, and we're really good friends as well. And we're doing this tour together in 2019. And Tim just asked me, I've done this tour quite a few times now, and Tim said, well, what are you looking forward to in next year's tour? Again, I could write a book about this really, because I get so excited about this tour, because it really is my dream trip. It always is. I've done it before and it's still my dream trip. I think the main thing I'm looking forward to is going back to Hever, staying at Hever Castle, which of course is the home of Anne Boleyn, and just having Hever weave its magic spell over me. I get there, I get to my room, I just sit on the bed and I just do a happy sigh because I'm back where I belong. And that's not because I feel that I'm Anne Boleyn, reincarnated, or that there's this special supernatural kind of link, with me and Anne Boleyn or anything. It's just because Hever has just got something about it that affects everyone that visits. And I'm just really looking forward to it just weave its magic spell over me, and so that I can just be blissed out and just enjoy Hever bliss and magic for a few days. Now, this time, because of Hever's magic, we've changed the tour a little bit. In the past, we've visited the Tower of London, which of course has major links to Anne, being the place where she stayed before she was crowned, and obviously the place where she stayed before her execution. So we're visiting the Tower, but usually we visit Hampton Court Palace as well. But we've changed it around a bit for 2019 because we got some feedback from this year's tour about how people wanted to spend even more time at Hever. I mean, we have a full day at Hever and we're staying at Hever, and you get access to the grounds, before opening and after closing. And that's, so there's Hever time. But people were saying that they wanted even more time at Hever. So we thought, well, why don't we leave Hampton Court Palace for this year and visit Penshurst Place instead? Penshurst Place is just literally round the corner from Hever, and it has Boleyn links. It's a beautiful Tudor property, but it has Boleyn links because it was granted to Thomas Boleyn and his son George Boleyn, Anne Boleyn's brother, after the fall of the Duke of Buckingham. And also Anne Boleyn's brother Thomas, now not many people know that she had two other brothers apart from George, Thomas and Henry, who both died young. It's the resting place of little Thomas Boleyn, because the church there right next to Penshurst Place is where you can find a little brass cross on the floor to mark the resting place of little Thomas Boleyn. So it was obviously a place that was important to the Boleyn family. And also, Penshurst Place was used as a location for the filming of that famous film, a film which draws many people to Anne Boleyn's story, the film of Philippa Gregory's novel, The Other Boleyn Girl. So you can actually walk in the footsteps of Scarlett Johansson and Natalie Portman when we visit Penshurst Place. And it is a stunning place. And so we're going to have a tour of there. But that allows us, because it's only round the corner from Hever, and it's not, in London or on the outskirts of London, it is just around the corner from Hever. That means that we can get back and have even more time to have that Hever magical spell, work on us. So I'm looking forward to spending even more Hever time. And this is someone that's been to Hever Castle loads of times, but I love it. I could just spend all day, every day there. Think of that. The Anne Boleyn Files, Hever Castle. Yes, that's what I'm aiming for, folks. That's going to be my base one day when I win the lottery. I'm looking forward to more Hever time, and also visiting Penshurst Place because it is so beautiful. Another thing I'm looking forward to is talking Tudor. Now, you might say, Claire, you get to speak about the Tudors all day, every day. You get to talk Tudor all the time. Yes. I do have a dream job, really. I do research Tudor history all day, every day. I get to talk to people. I get to answer emails. And yes, I'm forever answering people's questions. But when I go on the Anne Boleyn Experience, I am Anne Boleyn focused the whole time for those few days. And I'm talking Tudor to people who are just as obsessed with Tudor history as I am. I am answering questions and so just talking Tudor. I mean, Philippa and I just love spending time with other Tudor history fans and answering their questions and just being blissed out by the fact that people's eyes aren't glazing over. So talking Tudor is another thing I'm looking forward to. I'm also looking forward to talking at Hever again. Last year I had the pinch me moment of talking about George Boleyn and the men of 1536 at Hever. I mean, that was just something that I never thought I'd ever do. It was just a dream to be able to talk at Hever about these people that meant so much to me. And this year I'm going to be talking about Anne. And I'm probably going to get very choked up because I'm talking about my historical heroine at her family home. So that will be a pinch me moment. So I'm looking forward to that and then answering people's questions after it. I'm also looking forward to seeing my dear friend Owen Emerson again. Owen works at Hever, so I'll be seeing him probably every day. But he's also doing a talk for us. Now, Owen and I are working on a book together on the social history of Hever Castle. Obviously, there are Hever Castle guidebooks that give the history of the castle. But we wanted to look at the social history of the castle, the families that have lived there, the families it's been linked to. And for me, particularly the Boleyns and also Anne of Cleves. And Owen I know he has been doing this because he keeps sending me photos and scans of things. He's been spending lots of time in the archives of Hever Castle and finding sort of new things and interesting things. And he's going to be sharing some of these insights with participants of our tour in a talk that he's going to be doing. So I can't wait to hear Owen, someone that really knows the castle well, someone that spends every day working there. I can't wait to hear him talk and also just to give him a big hug because he's a good friend of mine. So those are just a few of the things that I'm looking forward to in 2019. Oh, and by the way, I'm also looking forward to seeing my co-leader Philippa again because these tours are so much fun. A lot of hard work, especially on Philippa's part because she does all of the organisation now. But all of that hard work comes together and it's just so good to spend time with her, to have a laugh, enjoy ourselves, and to also enjoy spending time with the group. So I'm looking forward to that too. Anyway, I do hope that you'll consider joining us on the Anne Boleyn Experience 2019. I'd love to meet you and to share all of these things that I'm looking forward to with you. Anyway, take care. Bye-bye.